And I said that I told you about two different scientists, those who had, they've given their own suggestions, their own methods for arranging those various elements together so that the study of those elements becomes easier. You could say study and the chemical properties and to know the nature of the elements becomes easier. So the last method which I told you yesterday, last law rather, was given by Mendeleev. तो कल ये बताया था कि according to Mendeleev's law of classification, the elements were arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses, and they were also arranged in a proper format, proper tabular form लिया था, periods and groups they had taken, and they had arranged the elements in the form of their oxides and hydrides. जिन जिन metals का oxide का nature एक जैसा था, मतलब कि जिनका formula similar था, they were placed in the similar group, and the metals which were having similar formula of hydrides also, they were also lying in the same group. So yesterday I made you write down about the advantages of that Mendeleev's law of periodic table, Mendeleev's law of classification, which we did yesterday. Today, first of all, I'll make you write down the drawbacks. उसने बहुत अच्छा एक proper format दिया था, एक tabular format दिया था, but still his law could not be carried forward. It is not used till date because there were some of the shortcomings, some of the points which he could not fulfill. तो आज हम वहीं से chapter continue करेंगे. सबसे पहले you are going to write down the heading as limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. So Mendeleev ने periodic table दिया था, we are going to write down the limitations of that. Means उसकी कहाँ पर कमी रह गई थी, कहाँ पे drawbacks रह गए थे. So that is why we resorted to the another method, right? So write down the heading as limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, now the first point for this limitation would be, now since I told you yesterday that Mendeleev, he arranged the elements in increasing order of their atomic masses. But you know what, there were certain elements, certain arrangements where they could not follow this trend. कुछ elements ऐसे भी थे जिनका atomic mass ज्यादा था लेकिन वो पहले arrange हो गया था, उनकी placement proper नहीं हो पाई थी. तो सबसे पहला drawback यही होगा. So let's write down, although although most of the elements were placed in the order of although most of the elements were placed in the order of increasing atomic masses were placed in the order of increasing atomic masses, but this criteria but this criteria could not be maintained in all the cases. But this criteria could not be maintained in all the cases. This criteria could not be maintained in all the cases. तो ये तो हो गया पहला point. This was the first drawback of Mendeleev's classification. Now let's move on to the second point. As I told you that the tabular format, the entire table which he told us, he did not mention about isotopes there. कहीं पे भी isotopes की बात नहीं की थी. And he didn't even mention about noble gases. कहीं पे भी noble gases को mention नहीं किया था. But noble gases had already discovered, some of them were discovered at that time. लेकिन इसने क्या करा था, इसने उनको अपने टेबल में जगह ही नहीं दी थी, right? So the second point would be Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table did not provide place. Mendeleev's periodic table did not provide place for the noble gases. Mendeleev's periodic table did not provide place for the noble gases. Now the third point is regarding isotopes. So isotopes, I told you yesterday also, but let me give you an example so that it becomes much more clear. अब junior classes में in class 9th we teach the students about isotopes. क्या होते थे isotopes? These are the atoms of similar elements. They have the same atomic number, but they have different mass numbers. उनका atomic, अगर मैं chlorine का example लूँ, तो there are two isotopes of chlorine which we have studied. क्लोरीन के दो आइसोटोप्स होते हैं. फर्स्ट क्लोरीन एटम का एटॉमिक नंबर इज 17 एंड मास नंबर इज 35. ये सारी 9th की चीजें हैं जो हम 9th में बच्चों को बहुत अच्छे से समझा देते हैं. दूसरा क्लोरीन एटम, again the atomic number is 17 and the mass number is 37. So from the example it is very much clear that in both these cases both are the atoms of chlorine and both are having same atomic number, that is 17, and they are having different mass numbers, so they are termed as isotopes. अब isotopes से पता है क्या होता है? Since they have the similar atomic number, so their properties will also be same. क्योंकि atomic number का मतलब है number of electrons और protons same होंगे. अब जब number of electrons same है, तो electronic configuration same होगा, तो the behavior of the atom, whether it will gain electron, whether it will lose electron, so that will also remain same. So in that periodic table which was formulated by Mendeleev, he did not consider isotopes. उसने isotopes की कोई बात नहीं करी थी. So we are going to write that as the next point. So the next point says there was no place for the isotopes. There was no place for the isotopes in Mendeleev's periodic table. There was no place for the isotopes in Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table. And the last point which we are going to write is, yesterday I said when I was explaining you about this periodic table, so I told you that what was the basis? He tried to put various elements which were having similar properties in the same groups. जिन element की properties same थी, like I gave you example of hydrogen, lithium, वो सारे group 1 में placed थे and all of them were containing one valence electron in the large shell. So this meant that they will have the similar properties. लेकिन जब अरेंजमेंट करने की बात आई थी, जब सारे एलिमेंट्स फिट इन करने की बात आई थी, so there we saw that there were some elements which were having dissimilar properties but still they were placed in the same group. So this is the last drawback. So let's just write down certain elements. This is the fourth point of the drawback, limitation. Certain elements which were having dissimilar properties, certain elements which were having dissimilar properties, certain elements which were having dissimilar properties were grouped in were grouped together in Mendeleev's periodic table. Were grouped together in Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, तो वो हो गई properties के बाद. Now you know what, even if you discuss about Mendeleev's periodic table or if you discuss about this today, the modern periodic table, जो हम अभी तक follow करते आ रहे हैं और हम आगे भी follow करेंगे, तो उसमें एक बहुत peculiar feature होता है and that peculiar feature is this hydrogen metal. अगर कल वाला याद होगा तो उसमें भी सबसे पहले पीरियड में सबसे पहले ग्रुप में मैंने हाइड्रोजन को फिट इन किया था. Similarly, in this modern periodic table also, the very first place is occupied by hydrogen. But you know what? The position of hydrogen is still not clear. वो alkali metals की category में भी आ सकता है, वो light metals की category में आ सकता है. Since it shows a dual character, dual nature, therefore position of hydrogen can never be considered fixed. फिर चाहे मेंडलीव की बात करो जो मैंने कल सिखाया था, या फिर इस पीरियोडिक टेबल की बात करो जो मैं आज सिखाऊंगी, दोनों में हम यही नोटिस करेंगे दैट दो हाइड्रोजन इज प्लेस्ड ऑन द वेरी फर्स्ट पोजिशन, फर्स्ट ग्रुप, फर्स्ट पीरियड, but still its position is not fixed because there are certain properties with hydrogen exhibits, and those are dual character. Dual character क्यों बोला मैंने? Because we know that the number of electrons present in hydrogen is 1. ठीक है? अब स्टेबल होने के लिए दो कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, either the atom should acquire its duplet or its octet. तो हाइड्रोजन के केस में कौन सा सिचुएशन रहेगा? दैट इट विल हैव टू कंप्लीट इट्स ड्यूप्लेट. फॉर दैट इट विल हैव टू फुलफिल इट्स क्राइटेरिया ऑफ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. अगर तुम्हें याद होगा, व्हेन आई वाज टीचिंग यू कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड, आई गेव एन एग्जांपल ऑफ हाइड्रोजन मॉलिक्यूल ओवर देयर, and there I had shown that hydrogen was sharing its electron, and therefore it was having 2 electrons by sharing it with another hydrogen atom, and it was becoming stable. तो हाइड्रोजन के पास ना दो चॉइसेस है, या तो वो इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन करके स्टेबल हो जाए, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन का कॉन्सेप्ट पूरा हो जाएगा, या जो इकलौता इलेक्ट्रॉन भी उसके पास है वो उसको भी लूज कर दे और न्यूट्रल एटम बन जाए, राइट? So because of this dual nature of hydrogen, the position of hydrogen cannot be regarded constant in a periodic table. तो ये जो last point हम लिखने वाले हैं, it is based on the same explanation which I gave you right now. So write down the next point. Position of hydrogen was not justified. Position of hydrogen was, और ये आज तक जस्टिफाई नहीं हुआ है, जो हम मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल भी यूज करते हैं वहां भी जस्टिफिकेशन नहीं है प्रॉपर, ठीक है? पोजीशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजन वाज नॉट जस्टिफाइड as it resembles both with alkali metals, as it resembles both with alkali metals as well as halogens. It resembles both with alkali metals as well as halogens. Full stop. Full stop के बाद लिखोगे it forms positive ions like alkali metals, मतलब वो अपना इलेक्ट्रॉन इजीली लूज करके पॉजिटिव आयन भी बना सकता है. It forms positive ions like alkali metals and negative ions like halogens and negative ions like halogen. तो ये दोनों चीजें फुलफिल कर सकता है. It can make positive ions also and it can make negative ions as well. And this is because of this behavior, the position of hydrogen is not being fixed in the periodic table. ठीक है? So this completes Mendeleev's classification of elements, the basis which was given by Mendeleev. तो जब उसने पूरे attempts दे दिए and we saw that the elements were arranged in the form of a table, and today we've written those points also कि ये कमियां रह गई थी उसके periodic table में. So after Mendeleev, Bohr came up with an idea, and Bohr came up with an idea which that idea was known as modern periodic law. तो सबसे पहले modern periodic law का basis क्या बोला था बोर ने? He said that the properties of any element, they are the functions, periodic functions of atomic numbers. अभी तक जितने भी साइंटिस्ट के हमने लॉज पढ़े हैं कल से आज तक में, तो उन साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया था? दे हैड टेकन एटॉमिक मास एज द बेसिस, और उसके बेसिस पे उन्होंने क्लासिफाई करा, चाहे इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में किया, एंड देन दे फॉर्मुलेटेड अ टेबल. But according to the modern periodic law, Niels Bohr said atomic mass should not be considered. Atomic number will be the appropriate term on which the elements has to be classified. So elements की क्लासिफिकेशन हम एटॉमिक नंबर्स के बेसिस पे अब नहीं करेंगे. अब हम किसके बेसिस पे करेंगे? एटॉमिक मास के बेसिस पे नहीं करेंगे. नाउ अकॉर्डिंग टू मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक लॉ, वी हैव टू क्लासिफाई द एलिमेंट्स on the basis of their atomic numbers. ठीक है? ये पहला पॉइंट हो गया. Second point, definition of atomic number I had made you write yesterday, that atomic number is the number of electrons or the number of protons present in any particular element. Fine. तो अब देखते हैं मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक टेबल में क्या हुआ था. This was the basis. मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक लॉ में बोर ने ये बोल दिया कि we'll have to classify the elements on the basis of atomic numbers. उसके बाद जो मेंडलीव ने tabular format दिया था, that yesterday which we discussed, the periods and groups, the arrangement. So this the modern periodic law also took help from the same format, and they also formulated the modern periodic table. Since there was no enough space for me to draw the diagram very clearly and to fill in all the elements, तो मैंने थोड़ा छोटे-छोटे precise करके बनाया है so that I could explain the main concepts, और जो बीच के elements जो बाकी चीजें हैं that you can go through from your own books. ठीक है? So see, this is the modern periodic table, or you say it is also called as long form of the periodic table, जो हम आज तक अपनी studies में use कर रहे हैं. It is the format which is being followed till date. Now, what were the features of this modern periodic table? First of all, they had taken 7 horizontal rows, and these 7 horizontal rows were called as periods. कल भी सिखाया था कि जो ऐसे वाले horizontal rows होते हैं उनको हम periods बोलते हैं. तो modern form of periodic table, it contained 7 periods. ठीक है? Now let's come on to this. Then it is containing 1, 2 and till 18. It is containing 18 vertical columns. ये जो लंबे लंबे columns हैं, these are 18 in number. Total 18 vertical columns हैं, and these 18 vertical columns are known as groups. Fine. तो ये concept clear हो गया that these are periods, the horizontal rows. This is period 7. This is period 4. This is period 5. So these horizontal rows are known as periods, and these vertical columns are known as groups. ये सबसे पहले important बात थी regarding the modern periodic table. Secondly, how the elements were arranged. Now see, if I talk about group 1, जहाँ पे क्या क्या रखा है मैंने, we have they have placed hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium. और जो group 2 के elements हैं, ऐसे करके there are many elements which are fitted in. Because of the lack of space, I could not fit in all the elements. मैं सारे बना के नहीं दिखा पाई, but I just wanted to explain the dummy of this periodic table so that concepts clear हो जाए. ठीक है? तो जो group 1 है और group 2 है, the elements who are belonging to group 1 and group 2, collectively they are known as light metals. तो ग्रुप 1 और ग्रुप 2 में जो मेटल्स बिलोंग करेंगे उनको हम क्या बोलेंगे, लाइट मेटल्स बोलेंगे. ठीक है? फिर यहाँ पे ग्रुप 3 शुरू हो रहा है. फ्रॉम ग्रुप 3 टू ग्रुप 12, the metals which will lie from group 3 to group 12, they are known as heavy metals, and apart from this they are also known as transition metals. I'll tell you why am I using the term transition here. तो ग्रुप 3 से लेके ग्रुप 12 तक के जो एलिमेंट्स है, they are known as transition metals or heavy metals. Now let's come on to group 13 to 17. 13 से 17 तक के जो एलिमेंट्स है, they are non metals, they lie in the category of non metals. और जो सबसे लास्ट वाला ग्रुप है, ग्रुप 18, those are the noble gases. noble gases जो कल बताए थे, the inert gases, जिनका electronic configuration is, or every time it is filled, their duplet is completed, so they don't have any urge to gain or lose electrons, क्योंकि वो तो already stable है. तो वो inert gases होती हैं and noble gases. तो उसको ग्रुप 18 जो लास्ट का हमारा ग्रुप है, उसमें उसको स्पेस दिया है. This hydrogen, helium, neon, argon, krypton, these are the noble gases. इसी तरह से जो ग्रुप 17 है ना, ये वाला सेकेंड लास्ट ग्रुप, जो ग्रुप 17 के एलिमेंट्स है, फ्लोरीन, क्लोरीन, ब्रोमीन एंड सो ऑन, ग्रुप 17 एलिमेंट्स, they are commonly known as halogens. So this was a basic format of the modern form of periodic table, where we studied that there are 7 horizontal rows known as periods. There are 18 vertical columns. These vertical columns are known as groups. Group 1 and group 2, the elements are known as light metals. Group 3 to group 12, they are known as transition or heavy metals. Group 13 to 17, they are known as non-metals. And group 18, that is known as a noble gas. And group 17 को अगर special name दोगे, सिर्फ और सिर्फ अगर इसी group की बात करोगे, so this group 17 is known as halogen group or halogen family. ठीक है? Now, you know what, when we'll proceed with the chapter, so we will see that when we move from left to right in a period, जब हम इधर से इधर move करेंगे किसी भी particular period में, so the properties will go on changing. There will be a gradual change in the properties. जो left hand side के elements होंगे, the elements which are lying on the left hand side, मतलब जो इधर उधर के elements होंगे, they will be termed as metals. The elements lying on the right hand side of the periodic table, they would be the non-metals, and the elements lying in between, they would be, you could say, transition metals. मतलब metals से non-metals का conversion हो रहा है, properties का transition होगा इनके in metals में, मतलब 3 से 12 में जाने के time. And group 13 is specifically known as a metalloid group. Metalloid means this is a group of those metals which shows the property of metals also and non-metals also. So धीरे धीरे when you will move from left to right towards this group, so the metallic character of the elements will get converted into the non-metallic character as you will go towards the right end of the periodic table. So this was the very basic concept, very basic thing regarding the periodic table. So for the detailed explanation or detailed view, you can refer to your NCERT books, जहाँ पे ये पूरा clearly mention है, उसमें सारे elements के names भी written हैं, and ये जो चीजें मैंने बताई हैं, whatever labeling I have done out here, they have done this labeling very clearly. So I'll not ask you to copy it down क्योंकि ये book में दिया हुआ है, ये copy करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है? So this was the periodic table. Now what the scientists they discovered was that since this periodic table was not based on the concept of atomic masses, इसमें क्या किया था? They had arranged the elements on the basis of their atomic numbers. तो इसमें जो shortcomings थी, कमियां थी, drawbacks थी, वो होने के chances बहुत कम थे. And because of that, this law, this suggestion, this periodic table got its approval, and it is being used till date. तो हम आज तक इसी periodic table को याद मतलब use करते हैं. अब जैसे मैंने कल भी बोला था कि ये पूरा theoretical chapter है, तो हमको सब कुछ learn करना पड़ेगा. Fine. So now let's write about this modern periodic law and modern periodic table. So first of all, write down the heading as modern periodic law. Heading would be modern periodic law. Then put a dash, and we are writing down the law out here, the main statement of the law. Modern periodic law states that modern periodic law states that the properties of elements, modern periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic functions. The properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. The properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic numbers. तो ये तो था main basis. अब you know what? I'll make you write down at least 2 points of justification. Using atomic number, why is this a better way of classification than using atomic mass? So next heading लिखोगे advantages of taking atomic number. Advantages of taking. अब एक और चीज, अगर 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन आता है स्टेट मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक लॉ, तो जो मैंने अभी लिखवाई है प्रॉपर्टी दैट द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ एलिमेंट्स आर पीरियोडिक फंक्शन ऑफ देयर एटॉमिक नंबर्स, so you are going to write down that point. Fine. और अगर उसका थोड़ा डिस्क्रिप्शन आएगा तो आई मेक यू राइट डाउन अबाउट एडवांटेजेस आल्सो टुडे, आई मेक यू राइट डाउन अबाउट लिमिटेशंस, तो वो चीजें लिख कर आओगे। अगर 1 मार्क का क्वेश्चन है तो सिर्फ जो अभी लिखवाया है वही लिखना है, राइट। नाउ द नेक्स्ट हेडिंग, एज आई सेड, advantages of taking atomic number, advantages of taking atomic number as basis of classification। क्यों क्या क्या एडवांटेजेस थे एटॉमिक नंबर को लेने के लिए, मतलब उसको लेने के बाद क्या क्या हमें एडवांटेजेस मिली हैं। सो द फर्स्ट पॉइंट यू आर गोइंग टू राइट डाउन, देयर वाज नो ग्रुपिंग, there was no grouping of the dissimilar, there was no grouping of the dissimilar elements, there was no grouping of the dissimilar elements in the same group of the dissimilar elements in the same group. Second point, isotopes got a position, isotopes got a position in the periodic table, isotopes got a position in the periodic table. और थर्ड पॉइंट लिख लेते हैं अबाउट नोबल गैसेस। तो थर्ड पॉइंट इज noble gases were also allotted, this is the third point, noble gases were also allotted a position in the periodic table, noble gases were also allotted a position in the periodic table. Now one thing which I want to explain is, देखो when we are placing various elements in a particular group, तो किसी भी पता है एक particular group में जो elements होंगे ना, all the elements will have the same number of valence electrons. Group 1 की अगर बात करोगे तो each and every element lying in this category will have one element in its valence shell. कैसे? Let's take an example for that. Suppose if I talk about sodium, अगर मैं सोडियम की बात कर रही हूँ, I know that this sodium is lying in first group, पहले ग्रुप में प्रेजेंट है, तो सोडियम का एटॉमिक नंबर होता है 11. So the configuration of sodium would be 281. तो आ गया ना, देखो लास्ट शेल में वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कितने हो गए, 1 हो गए, और इसका ग्रुप का नंबर भी 1 है, तो whatever I said that's justified. And I said that whichever elements, चाहे जो मर्जी एलिमेंट्स फिट इन करोगे पहले ग्रुप में, उन सबके ही वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का नंबर कितना हो जाएगा, 1 हो जाएगा. सो सपोज इफ आई टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ पोटेशियम आल्सो, अगर मैं पोटेशियम का भी एग्जांपल लेती हूँ जो सोडियम के नेक्स्ट लाइन में है. So potassium is having atomic number of 9 as 19. So the configuration will be 2881. तो पोटेशियम के केस में भी वही हुआ, it is having the one valence electron in the outermost shell. So this is what I wanted to say, that whichever elements are placed in the same group, they are going to have the same number of valence electrons. अगर ग्रुप 2 की बात करोगे तो जितने भी एलिमेंट्स यहाँ पे मैंने फिट करे हैं, सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स के लास्ट के शेल में सिर्फ 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही प्रेजेंट होंगे, 2 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ही प्रेजेंट होंगे, राइट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस आई वांट टू एक्सप्लेन अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट. ये तुम्हारी एनसीईआरटी बुक्स में नहीं है, ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग ट्रिक है. सपोज इफ somebody asks you about an element, they have given you the atomic number and they are asking you to tell the position of that element in the periodic table, कि हमें ये बताओ कि वो कहाँ पे लाई कर रहा है periodic table में, मतलब which period and which group. So for that, suppose easy सा ले लेते हैं, उन्होंने कैल्शियम दिया, चलो ठीक है कैल्शियम की बात करते हैं. So suppose they are saying there is an element calcium and that element calcium is having atomic number as 20. तो बताओ that which period and which group will this calcium element belong to. तो इसका बहुत सिंपल तरीका होता है, इट्स नॉट गिवन इन एनी ऑफ द बुक्स बट मैंने डिड्यूस करा है. सो इफ वी आर आस्क्ड टू राइट डाउन द पीरियड, अगर हमें ये फाइंड करना है कि एलिमेंट कौन से पीरियड में लाई करेगा, तो वी विल हैव टू सी द नंबर ऑफ शेल्स। उसकी कॉन्फ़िगरेशन लिखने के बाद हम ये देखेंगे कि कितने शेल्स है उसके पास। और अगर हमको ये फाइंड करना है कि एलिमेंट कौन से ग्रुप में लाई कर रहा है, तो फॉर दैट वील सी द नंबर ऑफ वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन मीन्स द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लाइंग इन द लास्ट शेल। ठीक है, तो अब चलो कैल्शियम के लिए सॉल्व करते हैं। We'll have to find out कि this calcium element is lying to which period and to which group. हमें पता ही नहीं है, we are not aware. So let's solve for this. We know that atomic number of calcium is given to us as 20. So when you will write down the electronic configuration KLMN, so it comes out to be 2882. ठीक है, तो कैल्शियम का कॉन्फ़िगरेशन क्या हो जाएगा 2882. Now my first question was tell the period to which this calcium element will belong. मैंने क्या बताया था कि कैल्शियम कहाँ बिलोंग, कैसे पता करोगे नंबर ऑफ पीरियड, बाय काउंटिंग द नंबर ऑफ शेल्स। तो कितने शेल्स है इसके पास 1 2 3 4, so you will say calcium metal will belong to the 4th period. अगर विश्वास नहीं है तो you can check your periodic table also. Second question क्या था, we'll have to find out the group to which this calcium element is belonging. And I said that group कैसे find करते हैं, we'll have to look at the number of valence electrons. तो कितने वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है कैल्शियम के पास, 2 ही तो है लास्ट के शेल में, so it will belong to group 2. हो गया सॉल्व। और अगर पीरियोडिक टेबल में चेक करोगे तो ये वही पोजीशन पर प्रेजेंट है, इट इज प्रेजेंट इन द सेकंड ग्रुप एंड द 4th पीरियड। सो दिस वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्सेप्ट जो तुम्हारे बुक्स में एक्सप्लेन्ड नहीं है रादो, बट आई थॉट दैट आई शुड एक्सप्लेन दिस टू यू सो दैट अगर कभी क्वेश्चन आता भी है तो यू शुड बी एटलीस्ट एबल टू आंसर सच क्वेश्चंस, राइट? तो ठीक है, दिस वाज अबाउट पीरियोडिक टेबल। नाउ लेट्स बिगिन to write down about it, the general features जो मैंने अभी explain करी है सारी चीजें, we are going to write about that. So write down the heading as general features of long form of periodic table. अब देखो इसको मॉडर्न पीरियोडिक लॉ भी बोल सकते हो और लॉन्ग फॉर्म ऑफ पीरियोडिक टेबल भी बोल सकते हो, राइट? General features of long form of periodic table. Okay, now the first point would be, write down the first point. It shows arrangement of elements. It shows arrangement of elements based on modern periodic law. It shows arrangement of elements based on modern periodic law. Arrangement of elements based on modern periodic law. ये तो हो गया पहला point. Second point you have to write down. There are 18 vertical columns. There are 18 vertical columns known as groups. There are 18 vertical columns known as groups. 18 vertical columns known as groups. Now the third point is there are 7 horizontal rows. There are 7 horizontal rows known as periods. There are 7 horizontal rows known as periods. This is the third point, known as periods. Now, the fourth point is Elements having similar electronic configuration, elements having similar electronic configuration, elements having similar electronic configuration, that means having same valence electrons, elements having similar electronic configuration, that is, elements having same valence electrons, have been placed in the same group, have been placed in the same group, have been placed in the same group. और उसके बाद we'll justify this point. So you're going to write down two examples for this. First of all, we'll write down for group 1. दो cases ले लेते हैं. Suppose sodium, atomic number is 11, configuration is 281. दूसरा potassium, atomic number is 19, 881. ठीक है? Now let's take an example for group 2. Let's discuss magnesium. Atomic number is 12. Configuration is 282. दूसरा calcium 20, 2882. So in this point, I made you write that the elements which will contain same number of valence electrons, they are lying in the same group. तो चाहे group 1 के कोई भी दो elements ले लो for example, और group 2 के ले लो, so और चाहे कोई भी group का consider कर सकते हो, you will see that whatever be the number of valence electrons, that will remain the same of all the elements lying in any particular group. So copy down this example, then I'll make you write down the next point, next feature.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So that was the fourth point. Now we are going to write down the fifth point. तो लिखोगे fifth point में, in a period, the elements, in a period, the elements in which number of electrons, elements in which the number of electrons in the outermost shell, in which the number of electrons in the outermost shell increases gradually in each step one by one, increases gradually in each step one by one. Okay, now the next point. अभी जो मैंने एक डायग्राम ड्रॉ किया था, the diagram which I had drawn for the periodic table, in that diagram first two groups, group 1 and group 2, I'll make you write down that also, उनको हम S block elements भी बोलते हैं. ग्रुप 13 से 18 में जो एलिमेंट्स लाई करेंगे उनको हम P block बोलेंगे. आफ्टर दैट ग्रुप 3 to 12 जो बीच में लाई कर रहे थे, इफ यू रिमेंबर, वो ट्रांजिशन मेटल का जो स्टेट था, those transition metals 3 to 12, they are known as D block elements. And there are two different sets of elements जो हम periodic table में show नहीं करते हैं, periodic table के नीचे show करते हैं. That is lanthanide series and actinide series. They are lying in group, they are called as F block elements. अब these lanthanides and actinides, though it's given in your books, but class 10th में इससे questions hardly put up होते हैं, right? So I'm going to make you write down the next point based on this concept only, which is known as S, which is known as P. We are going to identify that. So write down the next point. The periodic table is divided. The periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. The periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. अब इस पॉइंट के बाद फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखोगे, दैट इज द सब हेडिंग, द फर्स्ट पॉइंट लिखो, एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स. The periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. Put a dash and then write down the first point, S block elements. S block elements. S block elements लिखने के बाद put a dash and then write down group 1 and group 2 elements. Group 1 and group 2 elements are called S block elements. Group 1 and group 2 elements are called S block elements. Are called S block elements. This is the first point. Second लिखो, P block elements. P block elements. Put a dash and then write down group 13 to 18. Group 13 to 18 elements are known as group 13 to 18 elements are known as P block elements. Group 13 to 18 elements are known as P block elements. After that, third point लिखोगे, D block elements. First one was F, second was P, third we are writing D block elements. D block elements. Now put a dash and then write down group 3 to group 12. Group 3 to group 12 are called D block elements. Group 3 to group 12 are called D block elements or transition elements. Group 3 to group 12 are called D block elements or transition elements. और transition elements. ठीक है, उसके बाद next point है F block elements. Next point is F block elements. Now for F block elements, put a dash and then write the elements placed at the bottom of the periodic table. The elements placed at the bottom of the periodic table are known as F block elements. The elements placed at the bottom of the periodic table are known as F block elements. Full stop के बाद you are going to write down they are also known as lanthanides. They are also known as lanthanides and actinides. They are also known as lanthanides and actinides. Okay, so written. Lanthanides and actinides.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो देखो ये जो पॉइंट्स लिखवाए हैं मैंने, these are the general points explaining the periodic table. Now we are going to write down the heading as groups. अब हम यहाँ पे ग्रुप्स को डिफाइन कर रहे हैं कि ग्रुप्स में कैसे कैसे एलिमेंट्स को हमने प्लेस कराया है. So the next heading would be groups. whatever I explained, अभी जो मैंने समझाया था टेबल से, that the elements having the same electronic configuration, they are placed in the same group. Same electronic configuration means they will be having similar chemical properties. It means that they will have same number of valence electrons. एक तो ये चीजें लिखेंगे यहाँ पर. Apart from that, जो मैंने सिखाया था अभी, group 1 और 2 को हम alkali metals बोलते हैं, 3 to 12 को transition metals बोलते हैं, ग्रुप 17 को हैलोजन बोलते हैं एंड ग्रुप 18 को नोबल गैसेस बोलते हैं. सो दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू राइट डाउन अंडर दिस हेडिंग. वो समझाने में तो मैंने समझा दिया, बट फॉर अ लॉन्ग गो, फॉर अ लॉन्ग रन, वो चाहे ताकि चीजें माइंड में रहें, तो इट्स बेटर दैट आई मेक यू राइट अबाउट दैट. ठीक है, तो हेडिंग इज ग्रुप्स. नाउ द फर्स्ट पॉइंट would be elements in a group have elements in a group have same number of valence electrons. Elements in a group have same number of valence electrons. Same number of valence electrons. This was the first point. Now write down the second point. The chemical properties of the elements, the chemical properties of the elements in a group, the chemical properties of the elements in a group are similar due to the same number of valence electrons. The chemical properties are similar due to the same number of valence electrons. Same number of valence electrons. Now the next point you will write, group 1 elements are called alkali metals. Group 1 elements are called alkali metals. Next point, group 2 elements are called alkaline earth metals. Group 2 elements are called alkaline earth metals. Alkaline earth metals. Now after this, the next point is group 13 elements. Group 13 elements are known as boron family. Group 13 elements are known as boron family. Group 13 are known as boron family, comma. Group 14 are known as carbon family. Group 14 are known as carbon family, comma. Group 15 as nitrogen family. Group 15 as nitrogen family, and group 16 as oxygen family, and group 16 as oxygen family. Group 16 as oxygen family. Full stop. And the next point is group 17 elements. Group 17 elements are called halogens. Group 17 elements are called halogens. Next, group 18 elements. Group 18 elements are called noble gases. Group 18 elements are called noble gases. Group 18 elements are called noble gases, and then put a comma after noble gases and then continue. They have their outermost shell. They have their outermost shell completely filled. They have their outermost shell completely filled. Okay. Now after that, I told you कि जब division करते हैं तो we will classify some of the elements as S block elements, some as P block elements. तो जो भी elements S और P block में lie करेंगे, whichever elements will lie in the S block and in the P block, they are known as representative elements. Representative elements. जो शुरू के एलिमेंट्स हैं, ठीक है. इसके बाद द एलिमेंट्स विच आर गोइंग टू लाई इन डी ब्लॉक, जो मिडिल वाले हैं 3 to 12, दे आर नोन एज ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स. थर्ड इज एफ ब्लॉक. कौन से थे एफ ब्लॉक? F block means I told you about those lanthanides and actinides. They are the F block elements and they are known as inner transition elements. ये भी कॉपी कर लो. That what are S block, P block, D block elements known as.
Yes, ma'am.
Copied. ठीक है. Now the last heading for today would be advantages of the long form of periodic table or modern periodic table. So today we are going to complete with the first portion of the chapter, which discuss about the various ways in which the elements are arranged. And then tomorrow we are going to start with the trends and properties. The second portion है chapter का, जहाँ से questions ज़्यादा put up होते हैं कि how will the properties of an element change when we move across a period or we move down a group. So that we are going to start tomorrow. तो अभी के लिए heading लिखोगी advantages of long form of periodic table. Advantages of long form of periodic table. Advantages of long form of periodic table. This was your heading. And now we'll write down the first point. First point लिखो, long form of periodic table. Long form of periodic table is based on atomic number. Long form of periodic table is based on atomic number, which is more fundamental property, which is more fundamental property of element for classification, which is the more fundamental property of element for classification, which is the more fundamental property of element for classification. This is the first point. Now after this, write down the second point. Second advantage, it relates the position. It relates the position of an element. It relates the position of an element in the periodic table, it relates the position of an element in the periodic table with its electronic configuration in the periodic table with its electronic configuration. The same example which I gave you today regarding calcium, we had written 2882 was the configuration. So it was containing 4 shells, so it was belonging to 4th period, and it was containing 2 valence electrons, so it was belonging to 2nd group. Right, so this is what this point says, that the position is related somewhat to the electronic configuration. Now, the third advantage is it removes all the drawbacks. It removes all the drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table. It removes all the drawbacks of Mendeleev's periodic table except the justification for the position of hydrogen, except the justification for the position of hydrogen, except the justification, because as I said that even this periodic table could not justify. So hydrogen was given the same position as Mendeleev. It was placed in the first group and the first period. Now the last point would be, it shows gradation means gradual changes, which we'll discuss tomorrow. It shows gradation in properties. It shows gradation in properties of various elements. It shows gradation in properties of various elements along a period. It shows gradation in properties of various elements along a period. Okay, so this completes the modern periodic table. We have discussed about the general features. We discussed about groups, that what kind of elements are placed in a group, and we have summed it up by writing the advantages of this modern periodic table. This was approved and this periodic table is being followed till date. Now tomorrow's class, as I said, I'll be starting with the properties, the trend in properties. Trend in properties means that when we go across a period, when we move left to right in a period, how will the properties change? How will it vary? Or if we move from top to bottom in a group, then how will the properties vary? So tomorrow onwards, we are going to discuss about those properties. Okay? So that's all for today.